Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome back to this corner of the internet. Welcome back to my world of fragrance. I'm super excited to be back filming a video for you today. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and filmed a review for you. So I've been really excited to review the new MFK fragrance, Maison Kurkdjian, as the full name goes. So the inspiration behind this fragrance is bringing the rose and making it more wearable and acceptable to the everyday gentleman. The rose to me is not necessarily a note that I see as masculine or feminine. I do see the rose as pretty gender neutral, but a lot of fragrances out there add a kind of girly aspect to the rose, trying to make it a feminine flower. So Kurkdjian has said, stop, it's 2020. This is the year where the modern man can embrace wearing the rose. And in order to make men feel more comfortable wearing this flower, he has named the fragrance L'Homme à la Rose. So instead of steering the rose in the typical feminine direction, this rose is supported by woods. This rose also has a grapefruit aspect. So the citrus that he's chosen is grapefruit to add this bitterness, which is supposed to represent a more masculine leaning flower. Now, being the crazy lady that I am, I do already own two of the Maison Kurkdjian previous roses, the female or feminine marketed versions. I own À la Rose, which was the first one that came out, which is a fresh feminine leaning rose. It is a damask rose with some floral elements as well to make it kind of angelic. So the original rose was Francis Kurkdjian's Ode to Femininity. So it's interesting that he from the very beginning marketed this as a feminine fragrance, and he's taken the rose and, you know, celebrated the rose as a sign of femininity. So what exactly is he trying to do? That's kind of like the deeper discussion behind him releasing these fragrances separately. So I do enjoy À la Rose. This did not make my top 5 MFK fragrances, but it is a fragrance that I, you know, like to wear. And then of course I also have L'Eau à la Rose, which is the EDT formulation, slightly lighter and fresher, which I also enjoy wearing. I will say that these two previous roses were definitely purposefully meant to have that feminine edge. I feel like I need to be in a kind of innocent, angelic state of mind. You know, clean innocence is what I feel with these two rose fragrances, and perhaps this is how Kurkdjian views femininity. For me, this is more girliness, like youthful girliness. And then with L'Homme à la Rose, you've taken away that innocence of the rose. There's no sweetness added to the rose, which there is a slight sweetness in the other two fragrances. And immediately upon first spray, you get a very realistic fresh rose with a stem, almost as if you're at the florist. And the rose in itself, if you go and smell a natural rose, it does not smell feminine. It does not smell masculine. It just smells like a beautiful flower. So my conclusion is that L'Homme à la Rose is the most gender neutral fragrance out of these three. If I had not already owned the previous two fragrances, I would have probably been more likely to gravitate towards L'Homme à la Rose, because I do prefer my fragrances to be gender neutral. I don't have to be in the angelic, girly mood or state of mind to then wear that rose, which I do with the previous two fragrances. And to me, I get to enjoy a more realistic rose, which is what I want to smell most of the time. If I'm gravitating towards a rose fragrance, it's because I'm craving the true smell of a rose. So longevity of this fragrance, I get around 5 hours. I wouldn't say that this is a monster projector. It is an eau de parfum concentration, but to me, I feel like it might be on the lighter end. I haven't checked exactly how high the concentration is, but I do have it on my wrist right now, and this has become a skin scent. So when it comes to that factor, the price is pretty high. This is not a fragrance that is gonna be like a wow, what a character monster. This is truly for someone who is searching for a fragrance that smells like a fresh rose and wants to wear it. So I hope that this will give more men the confidence to rock a rose fragrance. I think that this also, you know, as I said earlier, leads into a deeper discussion about gender in perfumes. And it's also a question to me of what exactly is Francis Kurkdjian's idea with all of this. He has come in and he's created a niche or luxury fragrance line which is distinctly split between masculine and feminine. There are lots of other lines that do this, but now it seems like he's trying to introduce the genders to notes that they conventionally may not be used to. So in my head, this is his evil plan. So I think that in the future with the MFK lines, we are going to be seeing more unconventionally masculine or unconventionally feminine notes being the main player in new compositions and releases. And if this is his evil plan, then I'm all for it. So well done, Francis Kurkdjian. A beautiful fragrance, L'Homme à la Rose. Not one of my top 5 MFKs, but a very pleasant, easily wearable, fresh, realistic rose fragrance. So I applaud. Please let me know in the comments what you think about Francis Kurkdjian. What exactly do you think that he's trying to do with this whole gender bending, gender thing that's going on? And in general in fragrance, this is such a hot topic, isn't it? So yeah, excited to hear what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching this review.